Hello, spooky friends. I'm back. Just missed me? Probably not, because this is my second official video on my YouTube. So hi, welcome. My name is Kelly, and I am obsessed with all things spooky. More specifically, I love me a good unsolved mystery, true crime, haunted places, ghosts, urban legends, and yes, I'm obsessed actually with thriller books. So I think from time to time I'm going to pop in some book hauls and some book reviews too. So if that is something that you guys would, be interested in, then go ahead and subscribe and let's get started. So today's video, we're going to be going up north. Where? I'm glad you guys asked. We're going to go up to Pennsylvania, the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, to be exact. Have you guys heard of it? I haven't, which is like shocking because I used to live in Pennsylvania for a good 10 years. But I recently-ish got the most haunted places in America magazine at Harris Teeter, actually. And this place was in it. And they define it as the most haunted place in Pennsylvania, which I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, just based off of what I've read about it. So crazy. But pretty much how it began is it was starting to be built in 1822 by, I believe, an architect by the name of John Haviland. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But it took a solid 7 years for that place to be built, because if you've seen it, you'll know why. That thing is like solid concrete. Like, ain't no one getting out of that. And if you do, then you deserve to be freed, in my opinion. But it actually opens at the ending of October of 1829. And at one time, there was about 500 prisoners kept isolated at that penitentiary. Most of the prisoners actually were like petty criminals. So a lot of them were like theft charges, robbery. And the first time offense was 2 years at this place, which I'm actually kind of surprised, because when I think of a penitentiary, I think of like, oh, these are some like hardcore criminals, like some serious ass shit. But I'm like, oh, robbery? Okay, cool. Like, okay. That was a plot twist that I was not expecting at all. But also too, which makes it even more insane, because their motto at the time, whenever they opened, they had said it wasn't intended to punish, but instead they wanted to have these criminals help them with a spiritual journey, to help them self-reflect and to change. I think that's a crock of shit, only because they had so many methods of torture, not only physical but also psychological as well. One of the most infamous ones was called the Madman, and pretty much it was, you sat in a chair and they tied your body so tightly close to the chair that you could not physically move. But not only that, they did not give you food, they didn't give you water, you couldn't go to the bathroom. And this was the one method that made them absolutely crazy, hence why it was called the Madman. Duh. Which I can see why, because if I don't have food for more than 2 hours, I get pissed. So naturally, for them not to have food for a couple of days, I would go pretty much fucking insane as well. The other thing was called the hole, and I'm sure you can assume what that means. Pretty much, the prisoners they were put into a pit, and the pit was dark, complete dark. And they were in there for a few weeks on end with no communication with anybody. So, of course, that would also make me go mad. I don't know which one that would make me go even more mad. Like the madman method or like the whole method. I would just be like, God, take me now because I can't do this shit no more, you know? The other one, the other infamous one, was called the Iron Gag, I believe. They pretty much had this metal clamp on their tongue. So naturally, it was made for the prisoners were able to speak, and if they were able to talk at all, their mouths would bleed, well, like their tongues would bleed, and it would hurt so bad. Pretty much, I don't know why they did that. I just think that that one, I just think that like the guards were just so bored with their lives that they just did that. Because I'm kind of like, yeah, again, robbery isn't good, but like, did they really deserve that? I don't know. Like, maybe if you randomly killed someone for no reason, like, hey, I'm gonna kill you, and you did that, and then you were sent to the penitentiary, then yeah, I can see why all three methods would be like, yeah, you're an asshole, you deserve that. But like robbery, I don't know. I just can't seem to wrap my head around it. But yeah, so the penitentiary actually eventually closed in 1971. I really couldn't read, I couldn't find out why exactly it closed, but it seemed like the whole penitentiary system, it collapsed around that time as well due to overcrowding issues. So other kind of criminals from all the penitentiaries were kind of moved to other like federal prisons and things like that. That's what I read. But yeah. But so over the course of 142 years, it held about 75,000 prisoners, and one of them, plot twist, not my plot twist, but just a little fun fact, was Al Capone, the Chicago gangster. Yeah, he was there too. So I don't know if he died there. Did he? I don't really know much about him. So I don't know if he died in that penitentiary or if he got moved to a different prison before shit hit the fan with it. I don't know. I don't know. So if you guys know, let me know, because I'm kind of curious, because I think I might Google that after this video, the more that I think about it. But yeah. But in 1994, it actually opened back up to the public, so you can have like historic tours of it. Which, have you guys been? I don't know. That would be kind of cool, but like not really, just based off the stories. So naturally, there was 100 of suicides. Can I say that word on YouTube? I don't know. But there was a lot of death there because of the abuse that was taking place. And unfortunately, a lot of prisoners took their own lives. I'll just say that. So I don't get marked for, you know, language, whatever. But there have been a lot of reports from tourists saying that they feel a tapping on their shoulder. That sometimes they hear a loud satanic laugh, which to me, I'm like, oh, that's the devil. I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna peace out. And also, a lot of reports of cell doors closing and opening. There have been videos of tourists capturing orbs and also flashing moving lights as well. There have been reports of disembodied voices of someone yelling like they're being tortured and they're just in a lot of pain. There had been footsteps being heard throughout the prison hallways as well. And also there have been many reports of people feeling sick while they're on tour, like physically sick. And I'm like, oh shit, no, I'm out. Also too, some former workers there have spoken up and have just quit. Scene, I'm out with no 2-week notice. So I don't know what they saw, but I don't want to see that. I feel like I would be okay with like hearing things, but I think seeing things, like if I saw someone like swinging, like dead, no, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, so it's just like very sad. Like hearing, excuse me, hearing all of like the stories of like, oh, they heard someone crying or just, being in pain. It's just so sad for me, I feel like. So it's like no wonder why they can't move on, because they're stuck there because assholes, the prisoners, not prisoners, the guards were such assholes that they had, I think, a little bit too fun with what they were doing. It's just really, really sad. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Maybe you guys have a different approach to this. Maybe you think, oh yeah, they definitely did deserve it because you guys are criminals and you did something that you weren't supposed to do and you should have known better, but you did it anyways. I don't know. This is my personal opinion. But yeah, so I'm wondering if you guys have been there. And if you guys have, or if you know someone that has been there, I want some stories. Do you guys have videos? Do you guys have pictures? If so, I don't know. Can you comment pictures in the comment section? I don't know. I'm new here to the tube, so I don't know what you can and cannot do or say. So this is my personal opinion. But if you guys do follow me on Twitter or on Instagram as well, I would love to see or hear your guys' story as well if you don't feel comfortable posting your experience on the comments. So yeah, so that is today's story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me and just watching my video, subscribing and liking my stuff. It actually means a lot to me. And yeah, so I'm excited for my next video as well. Also, P.S. if you guys have any kind of places that you want me to talk about, let me know, and I will see you guys all in my next video.